The Thoroughbred is a magnificent animal, bred for speed, bred to compete, the sport of kings.
Wow, West Coast has it by 6.
It's the all-new Let's Go Racing from Parx Casino and Racetrack. It's action-packed and fun for the entire family.
3 of them are right together with 1 furlong to go.
Let's Go Racing is brought to you by the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association. It's fun to see them run.
Welcome to Let's Go Racing. Danny Gibson up here with Dick Girardi, and we're coming to you from Parx Racing. Great show for you today. One of our own will take on the $3 million Pegasus World Cup. We'll all be riding with Biden at Gulfstream Park today for trainer Butch Reed. Plus, Danny Velasquez and Sir Sydney help one another out. We have this amazing story for you. Great racing from around the country with the fairgrounds kicking us off with the Lecomte Stakes for 3-year-olds on the Derby Trail. And we have big purses here at Parx, but the big story is riding with Biden and that big race down at Gulfstream Park.
So he's a last-minute entrant, Danny, when they had, unfortunately, that EHV down there, a horse that was going to run, wasn't able to enter, so riding with Biden got the spot. And look, it's a very difficult race. There's no Knicks Go this year. There's no Gun Runner. There's no Life is Good. But there is Cyberknife, who had a great year as a 3-year-old. This will be his final start before he goes to stud. A lot of PA Derby connections, Simplification, White Up Barrio, Skippy Longstocking, and most of all, for people around here, riding with Biden, who had a great 2022. Can he win the $3 million Pegasus? He'll be a long shot, but it's cool that he's in the race for Butch and Chuck and Glenn.
Yeah, he's in the race. And he had to have a jockey change because Paco was probably already committed. So they get Jaramillo, who is no stranger to Gulfstream Park, but riding with Biden, he's a tricky horse, and I know they were looking forward to having someone that knew him.
Yeah, I think they felt comfortable with Paco because obviously when the horse got good, won the Greenwood Cup, and really got good this fall, it was Paco that was on him, but hey, they didn't know they were going to run, so his agent had to find a mount, and he did. Unfortunately, it wasn't riding with Biden because they didn't know.
Well, we catch up with Butch Reed's assistant trainer, Amanda Eichfeld, on the big horse riding with Biden.
Oh, we are so excited. This is like a dream come true, honestly. It feels like a Kentucky Derby, but for older horses. It's amazing for our barn to get there, and we have just amazing help. His groom is so excited every day. We have a countdown going on, so it's awesome.
How's he been training?
Wonderful. He loves it down there. He's got the sunshine. It's a little bit more open, and him just being a little bit of a stalwalker, he's been amazing there.
Well, come on, big boy. He's going to be one of the most handsome horses down in Florida. Hopefully, he'll get the big money, and we'll all be watching it for sure. It's going to be on NBC, 4:30 p.m. to 6 p.m. Make sure you sit down and watch it, and then you have the Eagles on Sunday.
Yeah, you got the Eagles on Sunday. 9 stakes on the card, Danny, $5.4 million. It's the first big card of 2023.
Well, way to start the year. And we have another Parx horse running on the undercard in the 4th race. It's one of those $100,000 handicap. Out of sorts for trainer Bobby Mosco. She did win out at Churchill Downs in the Claiming Crown. Some Parx connections there. Paco Lopez will be back aboard her. They'll be on the synthetic this time, but that's her surface, and she'll probably stay down there. We'll see her get back on the turf as well.
Well, that would be nice. See if Bobby can't get himself a Claiming Crown and then a Pegasus Day win.
Absolutely. Well, good luck to all our local connections down on Pegasus World Cup Day. Let's get into some Parx racing, and really excited about this race. It's our local race from Monday's 10th race of the day, a $40,000 allowance optional claiming race, going 6 furlongs, $42,000 purse. Our post-time favorite is number 3, Blue Royal.
Yeah, Blue Royal, nothing but solid paper. Most recently, wins maiden by 4 lengths and pretty impressive.
No Confessions, our second choice for Rafael Schistel, and Anthony Nunez back aboard.
Took the horse several times to break the maiden, but man, when he broke it, Danny, he broke it big by 10.5 lengths.
He certainly did. Here's the call of our local race of the week.
The opening quarter went in 23-3. They go down the backstretch. It is Blue Royal. Coming up the rail is No Confession, trying to make a place for himself right to his inside. Painted Warrior to the outside, Praetorian Guard. Then it's back to Shack in the Box, who can see them all. There's a half-mile left to go, and it is Blue Royal on the front end. Blue Royal into his inside is No Confession. To the outside is Painted Warrior, Praetorian Guard biding his time. Shack in the Box a ways back, and then it's a long way back to Life is Simple. He's trailing the field as they go around the turn. The half went in 47-4. On the front end, Blue Royal to his inside. No Confession coming up to challenge. To the outside, Praetorian Guard being asked for a little bit more. He's not really responding, and it is going to be between Blue Royal, No Confession, those two slugging it out as they duel down the stretch over this sloppy track. It is Blue Royal. No Confession puts his neck in front. No Confession's fighting on gamely right to the outside. Blue Royal trying to fight back, come back at him, but it is No Confession. No Confession striding clear here over Blue Royal.
No Confession with another really nice win, and my pick of the week, I'm really excited about that, but most importantly, Beautiful Son of Into Mischief. Look, he impressed us when he broke his maiden, but what impressed me in this win, he was stuck on the inside.
Yep.
That was not the place to be, but with determination, he still got the win up the rail, and trainer Rafael Schistel off to a great start here at Parks. That's a name you're going to hear a lot.
Yeah, first 6 starts, about 3 wins, 3 seconds in 2023. That's a pretty good start. He had Danny with a winner, does not have to confess, gets the winner, no confession.
I absolutely did. Well, we're going to head to our first break, but we have a great story for you with trainer Danny Velasquez and a horse that's very close to his heart, Sir Sydney, and some national races all coming up on the other side of this break.
Chapman Ford of Philadelphia is the #1 volume Ford dealer in Pennsylvania, again. And we've got new EcoSport, Escape, Explorer, Bronco Sport, and even F-150 inventory, all here and more on the way. And right now, you can lease a new Escape for just $329 a month. Only $329 a month for a new Escape. Or lease a new Explorer for only $399 a month. Just $399 a month for a new Explorer. Chapman Ford of Philadelphia, the #1 volume Ford dealer in Pennsylvania.
My name is Justine, and together with my husband Mark, I own Whisperwind Farm. We are a boutique thoroughbred breeding and racing operation. We have 4 mares that are expecting this year. Every one of these horses is special to us because we are a small farm. We handle them daily. These guys really do impact a lot of lives and bring a lot of joy, and that is really important to me.
The Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association is the advocate for Parks Racing's horsemen and has worked hard to secure better lives for the hundreds of trainers and their families that work in the thoroughbred racing industry. Our horsemen benefit from medical coverage, trainer pension plans, and increased purses. Thanks to these horsemen, racing at Parks is the very best, providing entertainment for you and the entire family. The Pennsylvania Horsemen are proud to be part of the community and introduce a new generation of fans to the sport of kings.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. Some horses just get in your heart, and that's certainly what Sir Sydney did for trainer Danny Velasquez. He was always a part of his barn, and our very own Bruce Casella has this great story for you.
Sometimes in life, a person, place, or thing can make all the difference. For Parks trainer Danny Velasquez, that thing was a horse named Sir Sydney.
16th out, Sir Sydney, 2.5, almost 3, and it will be Sir Sydney coast to coast.
He was a horse that I enjoyed training. He had a big personality in the barn, just a war horse.
For some trainers, success or failure is a week-to-week endeavor, especially when you're first starting out. Velasquez, the son of a Parks Hall of Famer, Freddie Velasquez, knew training horses was his future. But could he win enough to feed his family?
I would worry about payroll, I would worry about the feed bills, I would worry about just random, home bills. I think I just might have had my daughter at the time. And he always came through, whether it was winning or seconds or thirds, and that's picking up a check. And I always said he was my little ATM. Every time I needed a little bump, I would run him and he would come through for me. And he really pulled me out of some dark places, financially, spiritually. I felt really, really bonded to him.
Sir Sydney was a claiming horse, so it could be taken away to a new barn after any race by another trainer. That was the case in 2018.
It stinks, obviously, because you don't want to lose your horses. But I always made sure I had him in my virtual stable, always kind of followed his career. And once I saw that he was kind of at the end of the road, I made the decision of trying to buy him privately and retiring him. I literally wrote the check out, gave it to the guy, turned around and put him and turned him for home. I saw pictures of him online and I freaked out. I was like, that's my war horse. I love him,
Lift your shoulders.
This is Sir Sydney now, thriving off the racetrack and working in his second career, helping young equestrians learn to ride in Macon, Georgia.
I am Sir Sydney's new owner. I call him Jonas. I bought him a couple of years ago. I found him with our trainer. Aubrey Graham, shout out Kiwi Sport Horses and Aubrey Graham. She's fantastic. She helped ultimately connect us and made sure that he was a really good fit for me. These days we do some low-level eventing, and we have goals to go to our first dressage shows this year. So he is very well loved and cared for, and he will stay here forever.
That just goes to show you that once a horse leaves the racetrack, that they can find other careers and unwind and really just fall into another life. And I'm very proud of him. I see that he's helping little girls learn how to ride. I see that he's doing jumps. I see that he just looks great, and his new owners absolutely love him. I spoke to him, and they're in love with him. So that's like the reason why I retired him. You don't always get that happy ending, but I'm glad we did, and it's awesome to see. And the program works great.
Good. And then from your lower leg to your knee, to your thigh.
A job well done by all. Turning for home for helping Sir Sidney find a new place to thrive. Marilyn Kilchrist from Morgan View Farm for giving him a new home and a second career. And of course, our trainer, Danny Velasquez. We're appreciating how important this thoroughbred is and always will be to the Velasquez family. Bruce Casella for Let's Go Racing.
I know Turning for Home is really proud to be a part of this, and Danny Velasquez, I mean, just a horse that really got his career started, was always good to him, and a horse he'll never forget, that's for sure.
No question.
Well, let's get into some national races. We're going to go right to the fairgrounds as the Grade 3 LeCompte Stakes, $200,000 for 3-year-olds. Kentucky Derby points are on the line, and our favorite is Instant Coffee for Brad Cox.
Of course, for Brad Cox. Most recently won the Kentucky Jockey Club at Churchill Downs, November 26th, right Thanksgiving weekend. And Danny, Brad Cox has a mere 11 horses in the recent Kentucky Derby Future Pool, so he's live all over the place.
He is loaded. Steve Asmussen with our second choice, Echo Again, a son of Gunrunner.
Yeah, Echo Again, speed on the rail, finished third in the Springboard Mile at Remington Park, a really fast race for 2-year-olds back in mid-December.
Track announcer John Dooley with the LeCompte call.
It's still Echo Again with inside 4 furlongs to run. The trailer is Instant Coffee. Half mile for the front runner. Echo Again. 47.19 seconds. They round the far turn. Echo Again as Confidence Game now makes this bid for James Graham. Midpoint on the turn. It's Echo Again. Confidence Game. And here's Two Phils, who's ranging up on the outside. Two Phils making 3-path progress, and Instant Coffee is gaining as the pace starts to percolate. They turn for home, 3/4 in 1 minute 12.02 seconds. It's Two Phils. Instant Coffee charging hard on the outside. Echo Again led, but is dropped back. They come down to this final Fairgrounds furlong, and here's Instant Coffee, who's been lifted to the lead by Luis Saez from Two Phils. Second toward the inside. They're close to home. It's Instant Coffee. Instant Coffee wins the LeCompte Stakes by 3.
Instant Coffee, too strong for them. I love that they said that in the call. And same connections as Cyberknife, Gold Square.
Yeah, Al Gold, of course, grew up right around Monmouth Park, has a lot of friends, brought half of New Jersey with him to the Derby this past year. And yeah, Instant Coffee, certainly a contender, 92 buyer. I would say this, Danny, it did set up perfectly. There was a hot pace. These fractions might not sound like much, but the track was relatively slow, and you compare them to the Louisiana, which we're going to get to in a minute. And Brad Cox off to a rather good start at Fairgrounds. How about 37% through the first month or so of the meet?
Yeah, cool to see the son of Bolt d'Oro get his win. And we saw Bolt d'Oro on the racetrack on the Kentucky Derby Trail not that long ago, really.
Yeah, he just happened to pick the wrong year to be a good 3-year-old. He was in Justify's year.
Certainly. Well, we're going to stay at the fairgrounds. This is for the older horses, the Grade 3 Louisiana Stakes. $150,000 are going to go that 1.16 mile distance. And our favorite is on the back page. It's Zozos for Brad Cox.
Yeah, Zozos 6-5. He was on the Derby Trail. He was actually ran in the Derby against Rich Strike. Was 48-1. Didn't really fire. Off since May to December. Pretty good win in an optional claimer. I don't know about 6-5, but it is Brad Cox. They all get back.
Run Classic takes second choice for Brett Calhoun.
Brett Calhoun, another guy, off to a tremendous start at the Fairgrounds meet.
Here's the call to Grade 3 Louisiana.
Forza d'Oro in front of Zozos and Run Classic. The opening quarter covered in 25.08 seconds. Forza d'Oro allowed to dictate terms. It's Forza d'Oro doing this easily out in front of Run Classic and Zozos. They're a joint second. Mr. Wireless is running a clear fourth. Chess Chief together with Happy American. Intrepid Heart trails 8 lengths from leader to last, and still in charge of the pace is Forza Dioro. Half mile in 49.75 seconds. They enter the far turn. Forza Dioro continues to lead the Louisiana Stakes. It's Forza Dioro in front here by just about a length to Zozos. With toward the inside run classic. Mr. Wireless is starting a bid from fourth. Zozos now to take on Forza Dioro as they come toward the quarter pole. Here comes Happy American. Here comes Intrepid Heart Sweeping. Chess Chief is right there too. It's up for grabs as they straighten away. 3/4 at 1 minute 15.09 seconds. It's still Forza Dioro. Here's Mr. Wireless. Run classic at the rail. Zozos. Happy American charging hard on the outside. 1 furlong to go. A thriller. Happy American. Mr. Wireless. They battle. Forza Dioro is right there too, not going down without a fight. It's Happy American for James Graham. Happy American.
Happy American getting the win over Mr. Wireless. This was literally a repeat of the race they just ran in the Tenacious down in Fairgrounds and just won by a short distance.
Yeah, this is impressive because this was a no-pace race. I mean, they went really slowly, 49.75, 115, and still Happy American made up the ground and came up to win. Son of Run Happy, the Lothenbach Stables, people recognize that name. They are huge at Canterbury Park in Minnesota in the summertime. They win all the big races up there.
Yeah, Neil Pessin having a great year. Wisconsin, we talked about her tons on the show. And yeah, love the name Happy American. I'm a happy American.
Of course you are. You're a happy Ben Salem resident. Tracked in second, Zozos, and just kind of faded Danny at 6 to 5. I didn't see any particular excuse for him. Just didn't run.
Yeah, not his day. He'll have to take another day in the starting gate. But Brad Cox, we're not feeling bad because you got plenty of wins.
Yeah.
Well, let's go down the 95 to Laurel Park. It's the $100,000 Fireplug Stakes. You're going to see a lot of Parks connections in here. It's a sprint going 6.5 furlongs. And our favorite is Factor It In, a really nice gray horse.
Yeah, 3 to 5, runs at Laurel, runs at Aqueduct, runs all over the place, and always runs well. And of course, the name of this race is the Fireplug, named after Bob Kamack's great horse who's in the Hall of Fame. And of course, the late Bob Kamack also in the Parks Hall of Fame.
Our second choice is Al Loves Josie. 2 questions. Who's Al? Who's Josie?
I don't know the answer to either one of them, but I do know the horse is the second choice, which in our, for our purposes is the only thing that's relevant.
Here's the call to Fireplug.
5 Dream shows the way. The outside Air Token trying to press the issue from second. Al Loves Josie is in third. And Savoy on the inside through the opening quarter at 23.51. And here is Factor It In. Factor It In on the outside is trying to move up and moves up to third now and spies that pace into the far turn run with 3 furlongs left to go. Air Token, 5 Dreams pressuring one another on the lead, and Factor It In looking good from third position, just a couple of lengths in the front and trying to gain now as they come to the top of the stretch. Al Loves Josie's followed by Karen's Notion, always in a hurry. He's got to rally from the back of the pack, and they're followed the back there by Savoy on the inside and into the stretch now, and Factor It In is taking the lead. Air Token on the inside. 5 Dreams battles along but drops back, and then Al Loves Josie. The others all for a minor share now. It's Factor It In. Look at how sharp Factor It is in again today.
Factor It In getting the win. Our Parks horses got second and third. Great showing from them, but I knew that gray horse was loaded in the paddock. They were trying to get the blinkers on him. He wanted no parts of it. He was ready to roll.
Yeah, he was really good. And Yodel E.A. Who, always easy to say for Jamie Nesser in second. This horse now has 13 wins in 10 seconds in a career, and 5 Dreams ran third. So as you said, the Parks horses ran well, but they weren't beating the 3 to 5 shot.
Well, it's time for us to head to a break, but when we come back, our jockey and trainer of the week. We have a new jockey here at Parks. They got our Jockey of the Week honors and race recap all coming up on Let's Go Racing.
Turning for Home is a nonprofit that has provided nearly 2,800 former racehorses with a safe retirement. The program was created through the foresight of the Pennsylvania Thoroughbred Horsemen's Association.
We all love animals, and to give back to something that helps us so much, it's a great thing.
Responding to the need for a better system that addressed the uncertain future for the retiring equine population at Parks Racing, the PTHA rallied horsemen to support the program.
These horses can do anything from hunter jumpers to western to therapeutic riding.
Turning for Home became the first on-track retirement program at a year-round racetrack.
We want to make sure that our horses that have run so well for us over the years get the great opportunity to get a new vocation.
Out of everything that we've done in Pennsylvania for racing, I think that's the thing we can be most proud of.
If you would like to help these amazing animals find a great second career and forever home, please give us a call or contact us at turningforhome.org.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing, and our Jockey and Trainer of the Week is brought to you by Turning for Home. Congratulations, Jason Huayas. He's a new apprentice jockey here at Parks. You might have seen him up in New York and just started riding at the age of 29. He comes from a horse racing family. He's from Peru. This is a name you will hear a lot. He's tagged up with Joe Hampshire, jockey agent to the stars.
Absolutely.
Really excited about him, and congratulations, Raphael Schistel, Trainer of the Week. Look, again, this is young trainer.
Yep.
You're going to hear a lot about him, and we're going to have a feature coming up on him.
Yes, we are. Raphael, we're coming to chat.
We're coming to chat. Nice win with no confession. Well, let's go to Oaklawn Park. It's the American Beauty Stakes for fillies and mares. $150,000. They're going to sprint that 6 furlongs, and Turning for Home, it looked like anybody could get it.
Yeah, and it's hot and sultry. The 2 at 6 to 5 was eventually going to get it, but not going to be easy. Just going to get by there late to win by a half a length at the wire.
Nice to see Norm Cassie getting these wins after going out on his own. The Interbarrow Stakes at Aqueduct, 7 furlongs for fillies and mares, $100,000 is the purse that they're running for. And keep an eye on the number 5, Betsy Blue.
Yeah, she's going to come from well back here, Danny. It's a question of will she be able to get there for the 10th victory of her career? The answer is for Linda Rice. Of course, Betsy Blue in front.
Linda Rice having some Aqueduct meat. She really is on fuego up there. We're going to go back down 95 to our friends at Laurel Park. It's the $100,000 What a Summer Stakes. This is also for the fillies and mares. The girls getting a lot of play today. 6 furlongs, and we've seen some of these horses running here at Parks, but Phil D'Esprit.
Yeah, Phil D'Esprit 2-1 was a factor in all those match races all over the summer, including one here at Parks in October where she finished 3rd, but you're not going to finish 3rd here. She's going to win this thing by 5.5 lengths going away at the wire.
Phil D'Esprit with a powerful win and a nice new haircut. You look great, girlfriend. Well, it's time for Eye on Racing, and we've already talked about Pegasus World Cup is today.
Yep.
They're going to have it on NBC, so make sure you catch it because Riding with Biden will be doing his thing and hopefully out of sorts earlier in the day.
Yeah, my guess is Cyberknife will go favorite, and this is the last race of what was a really, really good career, and now Al Gold's got another upcoming 3-year-old for this year.
Yeah, he certainly does, and big stuff out at Oaklawn. It's the Southwest Stakes and Kentucky Derby points. Always a good race out there.
Yeah, Kentucky Derby points, but not for the horse that's probably going to be favorite, Arabian Night, trained by Baffert. This is the best of the Bafferts. Now, Baffert, as Churchill Downs has said, look, got to make a decision by the end of February to move those horses or they're not getting any points at all. Remember, last year they waited even longer. A couple of them got in, but got to make a decision. And I don't think Bob's winning any court fights to get in the Derby this year.
No, maybe we'll see another Sean McCarthy. Wonder where they'll go.
Tim Yakteen, who knows?
Yeah.
We'll see. But Arabian Night's big time. Watch him in the Southwest. He's
Maybe
really
Danny
good.
Gibson. Maybe I'll get my
There you
trainer's
go.
license.
It's all you.
Well, we're going to head to another break, but join us for a safety meeting at Parks Racing, always the paramount here at Parks. And Dick and I are going to make some money with our Race of the Week.
We
Stick
hope.
around after this break.
Racehorses are pampered.
Treated with care and loved.
Nothing is more important than their health and their safety.
We do right by them,
And they do right by us.
the hard-working folks
Who proudly earn our living.
In Pennsylvania's horse racing,
and breeding industries.
Horse racing is a lot of fun.
but it's so much more.
It provides tens of thousands of jobs,
Jobs and billions in economic impact each year.
all across the Commonwealth.
Horse racing in Pennsylvania. It's a winner.
If you want action and you want it now, you got to get the new Parks Racing mobile app. Wager and watch thoroughbred and harness racing from around the world. With the Parks Racing mobile app, it's easy to open and fund your account. Then place your wagers and cheer on your horse as they thunder down the stretch. With the Parks Racing mobile app, you'll easily make withdrawal requests, view the previous day's replays and results. Plus, open any new account now and you'll be automatically enrolled in the Parks Rewards program. The more you wager, the more you earn. Get the new Parks Racing mobile app and get in on the action.
We would like to have our owners keeping those better mares in Pennsylvania and keeping those foals in Pennsylvania that they have so that other people can take advantage of the fantastic program that we have.
there's going to be so many benefits to keeping that mare in state, both in terms of the options for boarding her, as well as the benefits that are going to be conferred to any offspring that she has in the state.
As your horses phase out of their careers on the track, they move into their next careers. Part of that is the mares coming here to Pennsylvania to these wonderful farms to enter into the breeding program.
Why would you send them anywhere else? Because the incentives are great here. The support that we have from the Breeders' Association is unparalleled. Regardless of how big or small the task is, they're there as an organization and as individuals. I can't imagine why you'd send your mares anywhere else.
If you're interested in taking part in the Pennsylvania Breeding Program or just have questions about how the awards program works, please call Brian Sanfratello of the PA Horse Breeders Association at 610-444-1050.
Welcome back to Let's Go Racing. We held a safety meeting here at Parks Racing for our horsemen, our jockeys, our exercise riders. Safety is always the forefront when you're dealing with these horses and people. And here's more on the meeting.
Safety's everything. It starts with the the riders out on the track, whether it be the exercise riders, the jockeys. We need to do everything we can, the best practices we can here at Parks Racing to ensure both rider and horse safety. It's the future of our sport. Like I said, from the outside public, the perception, everything from day-to-day operations, from race to race, we need to make sure both these human and equine athletes are protected out there on the racetrack.
Safety's, very important in any sport, and the change of times now where they're holding everybody accountable for the littlest things. We need to have meetings like this to make sure all the protocols are followed. It's not going to be a perfect thing. It's going to be something that minimizes the chance of people getting hurt.
Yeah, it's just always a good reminder, and everyone, lives are on the line with people and horses, and everyone takes it very serious.
No doubt about it. And it just said you must take it seriously because it's a huge deal out here at the track.
Yeah, safety always the forefront here at Parks. Well, let's make some money. I love these local races of the week. We're going to do Monday's 9th race, and we're going to have good purses on Monday here at Parks, so make sure you watch and bet along because there's going to be some good fields. This is a $62,000 allowance race going 1 mile. I'm going to go first because I won last, so I get to go first. I'm going to stick with my boy, American Patrol.
Okay.
Yes, Eloquist is going for four wins. That's awful impressive. But what I like about American Patrol, not only is he by American Pharaoh, he bounces every other race, and I think this is going to be a race he's going to come through. Michael Sanchez is not going to play around. He's going to try to get that lead. They have the speed if they want to, and Cal Lynch does not play around, and he's going to come through for me. I know it.
Yeah, certainly American Patrol's really good races are good enough. Trying to put a line through the last one in the slop. To me, it was Eloquist, who's, as Danny said, won 3 in a row, or Farmo Power, who won, in quotes, a race on PA Derby Day, the Parks Dirt Mile, and then was DQ'd. He beat Mind Control, who would just lay all over this field. I think you can throw out Farmo Power's last race, had no chance. But the question is, how good is he going to be coming back? It's mid-October since he's run, but I figure if Lou Linder's running him, he'll be ready. I like Farmo Power.
I think that's a great choice. It's going to be a good race. It's going to be really good racing here at Parks on Monday. Our post time is still 11:55 a.m. Make sure you come out and hang with us. I look forward to seeing you. Good luck to riding with Biden in the Pegasus World Cup today. Thanks for joining Dick and I on this week's Let's Go Racing.
And they're off. Skippy Longstocking has early speed. We the people from in between horses. Taba has got the lead now. It's Taba in the center of the racetrack, but Taba is drawing away. And Taba with Mike Smith, they win the Bet Parks Pennsylvania Derby.